on our friendly 32, B32.
One of them lives in Dallas, two of them are in town from San Diego, and I asked them, you know, are you aware of what's going on? And they said, yeah, the officers that were shot Thursday night. And I said, you know, are you aware of what's going on right now? And they said, well, and when I told them, you know, there's a possible attack on more officers, they were just moving. Just kind of watching this happen. It's been a really emotional scene for most people kind of digest this news, and we're just standing by to learn more information about what exactly happens.
Come with me to tell
you know, Rich, we have not heard anything. We have not been able to talk to police in person. Every police officer who's here, their attention is focused at the center of this building, and we have not heard from them here in person. So what we know is what we've seen, what we've heard. We have not heard or seen that.
Surmise what they may surmise. I've done some extra reporting. That's exactly what we're seeing. Summarize what we do know for sure. Dallas police believe there is a threat.
excuse me.
Y'all getting overtime?
Hey Karen. You all right?
We hear you.
Yeah, so that is someone who's shown up to pray. I didn't see a few people except in front of him. We'll be looking a bit closer. But this is someone who's shown up and is praying. Very emotional.
Slaughters.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, the one that I have there, I got an orange truck, a silver Honda CRV truck. Is there an older silver truck that has struck the guardrail? Okay, thanks.
After the display.
It really is, Rich. Like I said earlier, we only know what we've seen and what we've heard. I do see more police officers standing out in front of Dallas Police headquarters now. They're not.
Okay, guys, I muted just for a second to let you know. On the news stations, I can control the volumes. On Periscope, there's no volume control, so it gets a little iffy sometimes. So please bear with that. I'm working on setting up to where I can separate those channels and adjust volumes, but some Periscopes are really loud and some are really low. So just bear with me on that. I can't do anything about it. They're all on separate windows.
Outlets, if you are filming, taping live, we're Dallas Police headquarters, refraining to put cameras on officers' positions for their safety. Of course, we will comply with that totally.
Okay.
But Allison, you will keep us posted as to what the officers are doing from what you can see. But let's refrain, I guess, for a while.
We definitely will. We're focused on the memorial right now, and we'll stay pointed in this direction. So again, Rich, just what we know. Just what we know right now is, what we've seen, and that there's a heavy police presence here. Police have not moved from the area that they are securing. So that's what we know right now.
Okay, Allison, we have Sean Rabb on the phone, and Sean Rabb has been an excellent source throughout this. He has excellent sources, having worked here for 30 years. Sean Rabb, please jump in and tell us what you can.
So I can't confirm any police shooting at the moment. What I can tell you, according to my sources, is that they believe that there is someone who has gotten inside the secure perimeter for the police parking garage at downtown Jack Evans, Dallas Police Headquarters on South Lamar. They believe that there is a car there that's not registered to any police officer in the database. In fact, two employees saw a man sitting face-to-face with the man in that parking garage who appeared to have perhaps a mask, maybe a gas mask. He did not address him. They ran back into the building. Two female employees came face-to-face with a stranger in the parking garage, someone they didn't recognize, and a person who may have had all or part of their face covered in some way, perhaps with goggles or a gas mask. So the intense search, the heavy police presence, is because there is a search going on in the private parking garage for employees of Jack Evans. They're going to force their cameras to the entrance and exit of that parking garage in that building, so they'll be reviewing that video. We know the SWAT team was called out earlier to stand in defense of the Jack Evans Police Headquarters. Sources tell us there were people coming from Houston, Texas, intent on killing police. Don't know their connection to Micah Thompson, Micah Johnson, the man behind the sniper attack ambush on Dallas. We do know he was at one point connected to the Houston.
That's Black Lives Matter protest in Miami on the top left, Baton Rouge, bottom right, top right is still the Dallas situation, and I have the scanner for Dallas in the background. Just letting y'all know what's on screen.
Outside Jack Evans tonight, and the rain doesn't seem to stop any of it.
Of course, there's always a worry of copycat crimes and these kinds of instances, and one seems to spawn more.
Please do so
now. I'm not going to speak to copycat.
Once this roadway is open, if you step into the roadway,
my sources tell me there were people who left Houston headed here, and they were coming here for the
you have
specific
one
purpose.
shot
They told
to cross
others
the street
they were
in
coming
front
to
of
kill
this
Dallas
line.
Police.
To get into the
That
grass,
really matches what we're seeing on the scene, Sean. They seem to be concentrating very much on this parking lot that's behind the building there. It would make sense that they are sweeping that now. Your sources don't indicate whether they are still sweeping it, if they've got somebody there, anything like that.
Looking for someone. Imagine, I don't know if the depth or length and width or height of the parking garage, if he could run the gamut, the length and width of that building. I don't know. Obviously, it's a secure parking garage for office. I can't see it in my mind's eye right now, so I don't know how large it is. Certainly, there are cameras there. And certainly they can get videotape, but there are probably men and women going into the stairwell and every floor and checking every car. If there were unsecured vehicles in that parking garage, they're checking those. If someone climbed in someone's vehicle to perhaps do something untoward when they return to their vehicle, they've got to check everything. They've got to check underneath the vehicle. Someone put something underneath the vehicle, so it's kind of intense search. They want to make sure if someone is in there that they aren't still in there, and people can say it's
It's the sort of thing we hope that will turn out to be false alarm. They have to be very careful, and parking garage is more than one story, so it's going to take quite some time to sweep that entirely, sweep every car, and they may have a better idea if there is a car that they think shouldn't be there, but this could take some time to sweep it.
Well, time is on the side of the police. Time is on the side of the police. Time is on the side. It's better to take time. It takes all night to make sure and get somebody home another way than to run a risk if in fact they are certain. And if there are two witnesses, these the two, I'm told, it's two employees of the police department, whether they are sworn personnel or civilians, I know not. But if two employees laid eyes on someone and of unknown race, we're not sure of ethnicity, but we're sure that they were covered all the part of their face, maybe with a mask or maybe with or something. That should be of concern. Now, it's hard to get into that parking lot. The police secure it locked. The only way they could have done that is almost come in behind somebody else.
You guys are all on the same thing. Got it.
You know, it could have been an undercover employee who was coming in. I don't know, but they're just checking everything at the moment. They only draw any conclusions. But the response you are describing, and I've not been able to look at it myself, the response that you are describing tells me that based across the statements of their employees. I'll get back to you guys when I can.
Okay, Sean, thank you. In fact, right now we're being told that people are being pushed back from the headquarters by the police department. Let's go back to Allison Harris on the ground in front of DPD headquarters to get an update on what she is seeing there as you watch this Shoppers Guide 4. Allison?
So we were asked not to show police presence, possibly police tactical movement. So that's why we are no longer showing the alleyway here. There's a little bit of media off to my left here, and we have seen media over on the other side of the building, off to our right, and they have been pushed back. That's what we've seen from them. But otherwise, I think that we're good here, and that's where a lot of the media is staging right now. And again, we're just kind of waiting to see. I see some more officers standing out front of police headquarters, just kind of watching over everything that's happening here. And more people are now paying their respects at the memorial too. I think that these people might have even just shown up. So, you know, we're just kind of standing by and waiting to see what happens. It's been relatively quiet on our end from where we are out front of Dallas Police Headquarters.
DPD has advised people, we're told now, that DART is not going to run. They've asked DART not to run their buses or their trains. We told you earlier about that one train station.
Hey, again, everybody, Miami, top left. There's an incident at the Dallas Police Headquarters on the top right, and it's Baton Rouge Riot Police in the bottom right. ERTV is an offshoot of No Thieves Allowed, NTA. I'm just filling in for Kevin until he gets back. So this is basically an NTA channel. And don't forget to hashtag RIP Kevin Cook. He was a good guy, just wanting his Hot Pockets, and they gunned him down. So thanks for watching, and when Kevin gets back, he'll come back up on, if he makes it back. They're trying to do some sort of RoboCop revival on him, which will make him like totally better. And if he comes back up on NTA, ERTV will shut down and transfer everything over there. Again, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Is being swept very carefully. All sorts of threats can certainly come to mind. They will be looking under cars. They'll be looking certainly at that car that shouldn't have been there. They'll be looking for a man who should not have been there. The parking garage apparently a place where people who work at Dallas Police Headquarters park their cars. We're also told that, and again, this comes from, I believe, from police officers, that there are people inside Dallas Police Headquarters in their offices who have been told.
Oh, and before I forget, if everybody can please thank nitwit.tv. He airs on Thursdays at 9ish Central, and this all started when he's about to do his show, and that's the curse. So we wouldn't have all of this.
Which I just watched this man, his wife, and his child walk up
if
with
it wasn't
flowers,
for nitwit.tv.
and you said
so
you are
please
aware
thank
of what's happening.
nitwit.tv.
Why did you decide to come
and
here?
watch him on
my
Thursdays at
son is
9ish.
He's 5 years old, and he's intrigued with law enforcement. He wants to be a cop one day. So he's kind of confused right now on, I thought cops were good guys, why somebody killing them, and he begged us to get flowers and come put it down on the car. So it's just like really important to him.
And you wanted to come despite seeing what's happening here.
Yeah, matter of fact, when we pulled up, my family was calling saying, hey, there's like a bomb threat or something going on down here. You may not want to go. And I was like, what? So, yeah, we were going to come regardless. This is like extremely important
right now
for my kid just because he loves cops so much. And we're trying to like explain to him what's going on. And, hey, it's bad guys versus good guys.
You're still on one.
Can you put into words the feeling, I mean, these officers were just attacked Thursday night, and now we're here again, potentially being attacked again.
I'm not in my squad car. You want to?
What emotions are you feeling? What's your reaction to that?
Yeah.
I can't put it into words. I mean, we, as an African-American male, too, just having that perspective, it's crazy. And you know, you see all these stories on the news, and you almost wonder, hey, you know, what if that's me? I mean, is this issue, like, is this real? And I just told my wife driving up, this feels surreal. And I grew up out here, and I'm a teacher, and once again, we're here primarily because of my kid. He begged to come here, and
It's surreal. I think that's fair to say. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. So, Rich, as you see, people still showing up here to the memorial, despite whatever is happening. Possibly,
Baton Rouge went
shots
down,
fired,
so
possibly a standoff situation.
another
We're not
reporter
exactly
from
sure.
Dallas,
Happening
or
here
actually
at
a
Dallas
scope
Police
from
Headquarters.
Dallas on the top right and bottom right. Top left is still BLM in
And
Miami.
his sources reporting that someone who should not be in the parking lot is now believed to be in that parking garage. Someone possibly with a mask, a gas mask on. The police officers are on scene. The SWAT team has been called to secure that parking garage and to sweep it and to find out if indeed this is just an abundance of overcaution or if in fact there is a credible threat. Again, the threat seems to be from the parking garage. Police have not been intent on moving people away from the front of DPD headquarters, but keeping them away from the back where the parking garage is located. You can see what appears to be an armored vehicle from the SWAT team there. We've been I think this is an earlier video of police officers now not to show any officers in their current positions. We've been asked to do that for their security, and of course we're complying with that. We do know that they're concentrating on that parking garage. We do know that they have locked it down and that they have blocked streets, that they've stopped train traffic in the area. They have stopped not train and bus traffic in that area, that they've closed down Lamar Street. Yet there's still a very large crowd gathered in front of DPD headquarters and those memorials, those people not being asked to leave. A very troubling situation coming just days after a terrible, horrific ambush in Dallas in which 5 police officers lost their lives, and in another 7 were injured, 2 civilians. All the police officers, I believe, are now out of
people that are just
the hospital. The wounded police officers.
they want their voices.
Can you hear me now?
But for some reason or another,
You got me?
just
Yes,
fear.
go
This
ahead,
is
Alex.
scary,
Can you
man.
guys hear me?
Yes, we do.
When you have
Oh, I was just doing, I was checking our mic, but I will go ahead and say, I think it's important to say where we are. We're at Dallas Police Headquarters, and it was June 2015 when this police headquarters was under attack, when people were shooting into the building here. And since then, there have been major safety concerns at this building, and officers have even complained about safety at this building. And we're not exactly sure what's happening right now. Again, we're kind of talking through all of that, but here we are at Dallas Police Headquarters, where police are possibly being attacked right in their own facility.
Allison, stay with us. I know you will. Be safe. You and Quincy, be safe. We also have on the phone now Craig Miller. Craig Miller is longtime police chief with the Dallas DISD, and also a longtime officer and commanding officer with the Dallas Police Department. Craig, jump in here and tell me what you think is going on, what you know is going on. Do we have Craig on the phone?
Can you hear me?
I do, Craig. Thank you for joining us. You've been such a a wealth of information for us in the past.
This is one on
What are you
Stillman.
hearing? What is going on there?
857 Stone
We're
Ranch
told
over
they're sweeping that parking
possession of
garage.
car keys.
Yeah, Richard, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not in communication with anybody at DPD about what's going on. I know I'm watching what you guys are showing, and really, obviously, it's a heightened tension in the city right now, and Dallas PD is always concerned about their officers and the safety of everybody associated with the building. And so, really, right now, they've obviously feel like they've received a threat of some nature, and they're just trying to be as careful and take their time and to go in, see if there's possibly something inside that garage. But and as they do that, they'll be cautious, careful, and they'll go inside that building.
Tell me about the garage itself. Is that where officers and non-sworn personnel park?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
And I'm assuming there's security in how you can get in there and get out, and you need a card or a pass or something to get into that garage?
Yeah, and I'm sure that's not something that Dallas PD wants anybody to know about how access is gained into their Richard, so I won't really elaborate on that, but there really shouldn't be anyone inside that garage, it's safe to say, but Dallas police personnel, whether it's sworn or civilian.
Allison brought up the June 2015 shooting when we had a man just unload a fuselage on the front of that building, and the officers have been complaining for a long time that the building needed to be more secure, and I know the City Council authorized a lot of money to make it more secure. Chief, to your knowledge, is it a much more secure building than it used to be?
Well, I believe Dallas Police Headquarters is a very safe and secure building. Comfortable that the officers are safe in there, that they've hardened the security there. But once again, you can't elaborate on things like that because you don't want anybody to know what safety measures have been added or put in place.
Can you stay with us for just a little bit, Chief Craig Miller? I'm also being joined here by Gil Torres, who is a former retired FBI agent who is coming to the station. We were going to talk a little bit more about the investigation that's going on in downtown Dallas to this moment with a small army of FBI agents not far from the scene of the Dallas Police Headquarters where the ambush in Dallas happened on Thursday night. You've been watching the coverage, you've seen some of what's going on. Are we missing something here, or is this just hopefully a false alarm, somebody maybe who's where he shouldn't be, kind of thing?
It's likely going to be that, but right now, obviously, the department is, everything is an abundance of caution. You can't discount anything. They've got to check it out.
And of course, your mind jumps to immediately to, oh, could be a bomb, could be this, or it could be that. But they are asking, we're told, people to stay in their offices, I guess stay away from windows. That would be just, again, an abundance of precaution.
Yes, I think so. I think that's a prudent thing to do. If you do have someone out there, you certainly don't want them to, accidentally get hurt or to get in the line of fire just because they're curious. They need to be pushed away and put in safer areas.
I've never seen anything quite like that investigation that's going on in downtown Dallas right now with just inch-by-inch search for evidence. Multiple. You think there was only one gunman, and yet they
2950 North Harwood.
continue to pour over all this evidence. Why would you continue to do that? Is it just on the off chance there is somebody else involved?
Well, the FBI Evidence Response Team unit has become very a entity within the FBI. It's become very professional and very good at this kind of situation. And I think that everybody wants to be satisfied that the investigation, and as far as after the events of the other day, is thorough. And again, I'm sure that the Dallas Police Department can use all the help they can get.
Let me take a little break here. Stay with me, please, Gil. I do want to. We've been trying very hard to get information, and we're getting now some through the Dallas Police Department's tweets. Officers are searching the police parking garage for a suspicious person. This again coming from Dallas Police. There has been media reports of shots fired at police headquarters. There has been no shots fired SWAT set off a device to enter a locked fence. Now that would match what our reporters and other reporters on the scene are. They did not hear shots, but there was this small explosion possibly, and now Dallas police saying that it was a device that they set off to enter a locked fence. I'm assuming this is at the parking garage. Reports of HQ being on lockdown, incorrect. Dallas police said that it's not on lockdown. They are also saying that reports of shots fired, again, incorrect. No shots have been fired at headquarters. And again, this would match what our reporters on the scene are saying, what Allison Harrison said. She was there when this all started. She was there getting ready to do some other reports and did not hear any shots. Gil, I said this earlier, I've never seen quite as intensive an investigation as we've seen over the last couple of days in downtown Dallas. Is it likely to go on for days and days more?
I would imagine it's going to go on for at least a couple more days. I think that they're being very thorough. You see them doing the will shoulder to shoulder canvassing of the streets in different areas, and that's just to be, that's a technique that they use to make sure that they are have covered everything, and that they are, if there's any evidence to be looked at, well, then they will take a look at it then.
I'm also being joined by Catherine Smith Torres, your wife, also an FBI agent. Tell me, what are you gleaning from this?
Former police chief of Copper Hill.
Oh, that's right. That's why I know you. This has really been a rough 3 days for the police family, and I know it's a big family. Can you put into words what this kind of added tension must mean for officers all around the country?
The officers right now have this deep sorrow and grief and hypervigilance going on all at the same time. And now they have this issue of additional threats. And some people on this end are trying to extend their hand of friendship and support. And on the other hand, you have from Houston some threats that they want to do more harm. So the internal mechanisms of a cop's mind right now have just got to be going 90 to nothing in all different directions. It's really hard to keep a calm brain doing this much turbulence going on at the same time.
And I can only imagine it's even probably worse for the families. I mean, the guys, the women and the guys who are they're out there doing it, they're too busy to be kind of freaked out. Spouses and kids are sitting home thinking, oh my God, here we go again.
And when I was always out on the streets, I always gave my kids something that I always told them, and they knew not to fear if mom goes out because of being a Christian. They knew that if it wasn't my time to go, it wasn't my time. And so that gave them a peace and a calm, but not every family has that kind of faith-based structure to work with.
Amen. We're looking at a live shot from Sky 4 again. If you're just joining us, let me recap really briefly. We do know that there's a heightened security risk in Dallas, an anonymous threat against law enforcement officers, multiple reports of possibly people coming from Houston to do harm. We do know that there is very heightened security at a parking garage behind Dallas Police Headquarters. Now, SWAT team on scene, other officers with guns drawn. We have been told officially now that they are in fact searching that parking lot for a suspicious person. The latest tweet I've gotten from the Dallas Police Headquarters is that officers are planning to breach a locked door in the garage with a shotgun. So we may hear another large sound from that. Again, there were early reports, multiple reports that shots were fired, but all of the reporters on the scene said they heard no shots, and now that has been confirmed by Dallas police that there were no shots fired, but that there was some kind of a small explosion in which they meant it to, and in fact probably did breach a gate. I'm assuming that gate would be into the parking lot. Gil, I don't know if you've ever had any business at the new police headquarters. It hasn't been forever. You have.
It's very difficult to get in.
Yeah.
You have to wait, and they have structures, barricades there that keep you from getting in, and if you try to get in, you're going to damage your car. So I don't believe that walk-in is as tight as drive-in, but I haven't been in those parts of the area, but I know that law enforcement parks in some areas that are wide open, and so they're going to have to pay particular concern to those areas that are not under a fence that's totally locked in.
Well, and we are getting official confirmation from the police department. They think somebody did somehow get in there, whether or not they got in there with a car or they somehow walked in. That's what the fear is now. And again, I think as you said, Gil, we hope this is a false alarm. It's just a matter of being as cautious as possible, certainly with the heightened tension of what happened here Thursday night.
Yes, and again, I don't think any police agency, any entity like this is going to, discount anything. It's got to be checked out. They have to be certain that it is a false alarm, if you will. But they wouldn't be doing their job if they weren't checking it out.
And it's just like a 911 call, whether someone calls back and said, no, it was an accident, we still respond. Well, the same thing when they have a threat. They still have to take the utmost care and concern, because it's so easy to plant something that is a device that no one would know about until later, and they have to do everything to keep people safe.
I must say, Dallas police have been a target before. In June of 2015, we had this deranged guy, I guess is a fair way of saying it, just fired hundreds of rounds at the police headquarters there, and they had a running gun battle with him before he was killed. Now what happened Thursday night? I think it is, at least from that June 2015 thing, the city council did step up and spend a lot of money to make that building a more secure building. And again, Catherine, you've been in it. They have tightened security quite a bit in that time.
It's very difficult to get in anywhere except the front door, and there's officers right there.
Again, we are watching this unfold now from Sky 4. We have Allison Harris, Quincy Thomas on the scene, on the ground. They've been reporting periodically. For those of you who've been watching TV the last couple of days, you know there's this growing memorial outside the front of the DPD headquarters where they parked a Dart police squad car and a Dallas police squad car. And I was there last night, and it was literally buried in flowers, balloons, candles all around, handmade signs and notes of support for, and big crowds, young people, old people, all colors. In one sense, I think we really are in a position where this city can be united. Of course, there's always that battle between the voices of division and the voices of unity. We all hope, of course, that light wins out over dark.
And right now, seeing that support going to the Dallas and Dart officers, even though they have this Houston situation, this Houston threat, it helps the officers inside to know the fight is still worth fighting. Sometimes when you have a barrage of things going on against an officer, it can help across their mind occasionally. Should I just throw in the towel? Is this worth it? And when they see people reach out, like has happened today and yesterday, it just says absolutely it's worth it. There are people who are counting on us out there that need our services.
And it's not just happening in Dallas, it's happening in Plano and Arlington and Cockrell Hill, where people are coming to their police stations with food and flowers and wanting to hug a police officer. I talked to Malik Aziz, who's a deputy chief, last night, and I said to him, this must give you some comfort to see what's happened in the last couple of days. And frankly, he told me it did, that police officers seeing this kind of support come out of this tragedy, that it does make a difference, that maybe this, as he said, maybe this can be a silver lining.
Certainly it does. I have to say that, this is a profession that we're always under the microscope, or anyone who's working in law enforcement is under the microscope. And the first time you do something wrong, or something goes wrong, you certainly are in the limelight, and you receive all this criticism. And certainly the police officers out there who do their job every day, who are fair, who are honest, they don't necessarily get recognized. And so I think that right now our community needs this affirmation from our citizens that they support them. And I think they're doing it, and I think it's going on.
And I liked this morning, y'all interviewed a specific pastor that is typically interviewed with Channel 4. And he had the right ideas. I used to be a DARE officer. And being a DARE officer, we met one-on-one with young people under certain circumstances and teaching things about drugs and about risk-taking and consequences. And he was talking about how law enforcement, he's welcoming them to come to his church and teach the stop, drop, and roll, and how to, like the stop, drop, and roll, but how to react when you are confronted by a law enforcement officer if you're pulled over in a traffic stop. There's so many things right now that law enforcement can do to dispel these tensions. There's many ideas that many people have and programs that don't cost a lot of money that reach out and touch one person in one little neighborhood, and when you touch that one, it spreads because they're going to talk about it to others. And in time, it will change the attitudes that some of these people have negative against cops, to find out cops actually love people and care, and they're there to protect them.
I'm joined here by Catherine Smith-Torres, a former police chief from Cockrell Hill, and her husband, Gil Torres, former FBI agent. Let's set the scene. We've been watching Sky 4 here. We hope this is just a false alarm, but Dallas police are on heightened alert. They are surrounding a parking garage behind Dallas Police Headquarters. This has been all going on now for over an hour. We hope, again, that it's just an abundance of caution, but they are telling us that they're
Charlie 254 needs you to roll down on B31 on Wickers.
A suspicious person was seen inside the parking garage. That they are sweeping the parking garage now, that they have used an explosive to open a gate, that a shotgun may be used to open a door, to breach a lock on a door in the garage. So there's obviously heightened tensions. Our reporter and our photographer on the scene, all reporters and photographers have been asked not to show the location of the SWAT teams and the other officers with their guns drawn. We were also told that people inside the Dallas headquarters, some of them have been told not to leave their offices. We are assuming, I think fairly, that if you're told not to leave your office, you're told to stay away from the windows. They are sweeping the garage for what may be a suspicious car, a suspicious person. We know this has been going on, and Gil, this is coming 2 days after this horrific event. The tensions couldn't be any higher. Again, we hope this is a false alarm.
Yes, I hope it is. Yeah, I hope it is. You know, and again, I think the DPD is doing exactly what they need to do. They need to check every lead out, every threat or anything suspicious, and they're doing it. So I think that they're going to resolve this. They're going to find out what, you know, if it is a false alarm or not. But you know, they're not. Again, you're right. They are at a hyper, how should I say, vigilance. Certainly, the whole department is affected by what happened a couple of days ago, and so you know, you can't. You know, it's just normal procedure. You're not going to discount any situation like this.
If you've been watching this, you've noticed probably that we've lost our Sky 4 picture. I'm now being told that Sky 4 is being asked to move back. I'm assuming that would be by police. Why would you ask helicopters out of the region? Well,
you know, if somebody's using a high-powered rifle, they could down a craft like that. So I'm sure that that's why they're doing it. Again, an abundance of caution. Maybe
right.
It's nothing, but you certainly don't want another tragedy on top of what's happening.
But also, they want to make sure if they're doing any kind of maneuvers, they don't want the news to be showing what those maneuvers are, so they have to be very discreet about the actions that they're taking right now.
Excellent point. Again, they did ask us some time ago not to show the position of officers.
This is
videotape, this is not live.
You can increase the code 3.
That makes sense. Both those things make sense. And again, we're not saying there's somebody with a high-powered rifle, but if you're being very cautious, you take that threat out of play.
Well, I mean, if you have to engage, you have to keep in mind that if someone's on a rooftop and the officers have to engage them, they'll be shooting in a trajectory from the ground level up, and again, you create an atmosphere where that potentially could be dangerous to helicopters and other crafts like that.
Well, yeah, let's go into a kind of a tough subject, and let me ask you this, Catherine, because I think some people want to separate What happened Thursday somehow from, and we are all absolutely outraged, and as outraged as we can be about what happened Thursday. But from a police officer's standpoint, the events that triggered it, we can be outraged about some of those too, can we not?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, the ones who get outraged the most are the cops who do things the right way. Because one officer who makes one very poor decision reflects on all of us, and that's what happened in Dallas. That decision, whether it's an accident or a road cop, I would believe that it's an accident. That's what I believe in my heart. But regardless, because it's out there, now the public opinion says it's intentional and cold-blooded murder and all cops are the same. Well, that's no different than they don't want us to treat them when we do a traffic stop, that all 17-year-old males are the same, or all Muslims are the same, or all Asians are the same. No one wants to be put in a box, and cops don't want to be put in a box either.
There's these competing voices between those who would have disunity and those who would have unity, and I think these kinds of events hopefully can bring us together where we can be on the side of unity and love and not hate or disunity.
And right now, the only ones who can help bring those tensions down in the black community are their own leaders. They're the ones who are going to have to corral them in and say, this is where we stand, and you will not go
cover on that
against that,
minor
or we will
supposed to be on
turn
LBJ
around
Freeway
ourselves.
eastbound.
I must say that prayer vigil in Thanksgiving Square was very moving and had very powerful voices. T.D. Jakes and Royce West, and the mayor I thought was spot on with his calls. You heard those two. That's your reaction
Yes.
as well, that they hit the right tone.
Yes.
The police chief and his actions, David O'Brown. This is an opinion. Label it opinion. I think he's handled this.
I think they have. I think they've handled it with a lot of grace, with a lot of professionalism, and again, what do you do? I mean, this is a situation that's, as far as I can remember, is a first in our country, where you had an individual who is actually hunting down policemen just because they're white and because they're policemen, and I think that it is on its face, it's horrendous, and it's certainly a tragedy, and it's certainly affected the whole nation, if not the whole world. And so I think that again, it's a first, and it's too bad that it happened here. But I think that our constituents, our citizens, our folks here have handled it in such a graceful and a humble manner. I think they've done their best. They have done a great job.
Again, for people who may be tuning in and wanting to know why we don't have golf, what we have is, we hope, a false alarm. We have a high security issue at Dallas Police Headquarters, the parking garage behind it. They believe that a suspicious person may be in that building. They've taken measures to breach doors and get down gates. Somebody who should not be in the parking garage, they believe is in the parking garage now. They have moved reporters and photographers some distance away. The front of the police headquarters, where the makeshift memorial has been established, citizens, reporters, photographers have not been moved away. It is the parking garage behind the building that is the concern. I'm
still kind of surprised about that.
Yeah.
That they're allowing the people to still come. Because it is still a danger.
And give me a 5-8 here at the convention center.
I am too, frankly. I thought they would have cleared that right away, and the fact they didn't. Let me go back to something you said about judging all people by the act. President Obama had something interesting to say today when he said that all black people should not be judged by what Michael Johnson did, just as all white people should not be judged by what that gentleman did in South Carolina when he went into a church and cold-bloodedly murdered 9 people. He's accused of that. I think he will be convicted.
4-5.
I think that's the point here. Those are instances where people can use these kinds of events to divide us. But I think, again, that what I've seen in Dallas since Thursday night are leaders who have stepped up to make sure that doesn't happen. That in fact this is a point in time when we can point back to years from now. As the mayor said, we point back now to the Kennedy assassination and how things have changed in the 50 years since then. Someday, hopefully, we can point back to this ambush in Dallas and say, Yes, but.
And it mustn't be just lip service. Even the officers themselves, there are things that they can do to help quell people's hostilities. And regardless of how things have gone or things that are negative, there are things that they can do in their own character, their own responses to help quell those people's opinions and to let them know that they are a person that's there to help them. When I worked in Cockrell Hill, I had one of my officers who responded to a man who said that his caretaker had stolen his breakfast. He went in and he cooked breakfast for that man. Those are the kind of things that you step outside of your duties of the day. It wasn't his duty, but what he caused was that man to have an absolute trust in law enforcement in his city, and he told others about that act as well.
Those kind of one-on-one things can change a department, change a city. I've got a little bit of news to report here. Nothing has been found in the first search. This is official information. Now they're doing a secondary search with canines. Again, officers have completed a manual search of the garage. No suspect has been found. As a precautionary measure, canines, that's dogs, are in there doing a secondary search. Of course, dogs are better at finding explosives.
Bomb dogs are the best, and they get a crew of bomb dogs in there, and they can just give everybody that relief because you can really trust a dog's senses that they smell certain things that we can't even see.
Now, this is Sky 4 again. I'm not sure if that's live or taped, but that is the scene that we're looking at. Gil, talk about that. This may be a sign that, in fact, it is a false alarm, or at least that whatever threat was there has left.
And so be it. I mean, I think the energy that they exerted trying to do this is well spent. I think it's too soon. It's too, recent, and they can't take chances. And if I were a commander on the scene, I would do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm told that this is, in fact, taped. This is not live. Sky 4 has been asked to leave, as we said before.
The person who is responsible for this threat deserves to be punished the same as though he actually did it, because the cost to the police and their investigation is going to be the same. They just don't have to deal with any broken bodies or lives.
Again, I am joined here in the studio, Richard Ray, Fox 4 News, joined by Catherine Smith-Torres, former police chief in Cockrell Hill, and her husband, Gil Torres, a retired FBI agent. Please stay with me a minute, folks, but we have Sean Rabb on the phone, and Sean, as always, has valuable information to share with us. Sean, how are you?
This is, guys and girls, this is, I think, something that we're going to see and hear a lot of over the next several days when things are happening. People are sharing what they know or what they think they know. It may not always be correct, or it's going to change. In a situation like this, lots of things are fluid. And when I called earlier, I told you that I personally could not confirm shots fired. And now we understand that has not been the case. Richard, in our last conversation, I told you that it's possible that this car could belong to an undercover officer. My guys are telling me, in fact, this car that they identified does belong to an undercover officer. The reason it doesn't have any registration that's going to come back to an officer of the city is just that. It's an undercover. They believe there was some certainty that the person that the females, city employees, police department employees saw is going to be the operator of that UC vehicle. Understand what this police department and this city has just been through. Understand what was found in the suspect's home. Couple what was found in the home, the amount and the type of items found, the sophistication of it, the number of weapons, ammunition. Couple that with the violence against the police the other night, and you can understand that people are on edge. And I think maybe that's some of what we're seeing happen today. It appears as if they are standing down now and clearing,
Bravo 110, are you available right now?
All of this man up that we've seen here in the last few minutes.
All of that is good news, Sean. That seems to be
113 needs a supervisor.
probably now is a false alarm.
I'm other supervisor.
An anonymous threat against officers, a car not immediately identified, all of that understandable. And the reports of shots being fired again. Every reporter on the scene that I heard from said there were no shots fired, but apparently there was a small explosion to open a gate and maybe a shotgun to open a door.
Charlie 113, he's over on Reunion Boulevard at the Hyatt.
I don't know about any threat.
Let me get a second.
Other than
I'll switch over to
been told about
go over there.
allegedly planning attacks against the Dallas police. I don't know about any threat, open or threat today. I can't report that. I can tell you that there is an unidentified vehicle in the employee and police officer parking garage behind the police administration building. I can tell you that two employees of the Dallas Police Department, obviously I believe they're going to be civilian employees, saw this person face to face in the parking garage. They described him as having something on his face, from perhaps paint to goggles to a hood of some sort. Remember, we're getting this from people, second or third or fourth hand, who are in position to know.
Absolutely. Sean Rabb, I think we're going to wrap it up. You are telling us we are going elsewhere that at least the initial search has been done. They're doing a follow-up search, but the threat seems to have abated. I want to thank Catherine Torres for being with me here in the studio, and we are going to go back to our regular program.
300 Reunion Boulevard there at the Hyatt Regency.
We'll see you after the baseball game.
What room are y'all in?
About to be at 400, y'all. We're 400. At 400, bro.
Y'all finna do a march somewhere? Y'all finna do a march somewhere? Y'all finna do a march somewhere? This is the end. No, we got some gun rams got in trouble with police. That's what I said. Okay. Thank you. They got to check some people.
Okay, it's getting up there. You getting up there? They said fuck churches, fuck Popeyes, Chick-fil-A. Fuck everybody. Fuck everybody. They said fuck Walmart. Hey. Round zero, we out here. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My bad. I know y'all done seen this store everywhere, all on CNN, Fox, all that. Right here. Right here. What's down, man? You live on Periscope right now, bro. Periscope live. 400 people watching right now.
Hey, we got Baton Rouge top left and Miami bottom right.
We out here, bro. We out here.
Louisiana top left, Miami bottom right.
You know what I'm saying? Out here, man. We out here, bro. We ain't going nowhere, bro. Hey, we went crazy on airline last night. I know y'all seen it. For airline, when we was last night, was on CNN this morning. Crazy on airline last night. Crazy on airline. to the females that they arrested. They held it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is where he died at. How many people you got up there now? It's coming, bro. It's coming.
Going down, bro.
Out the vehicle, right dog. 3500. Stay flat,
They lit, man.
They talking about.
Stuff already hooked up. Get out.
Man, look, we just want that blueberry ice cream back. You heard me? Get that blueberry on that one.
Walk back to the street.
There you go,
For your birthday.
Change everything, bro. We're gonna change everything. They gonna see us out here, bro. They gotta see us what we feeling, what we talking about.
Flag over there.
I mean, you got, bro. You already know, man. Turn Up Twins, man. We out here, bro, supporting Alton Sterling, bro, and the dude that's in Minnesota. Him too, bro. We out here, everywhere. About to be at 500, bro.
Hey peeps, it's Richard covering for Kevin. I wanted to take a real quick opportunity to recognize RIP to Kevin Cook. There was a tribute song that I made for RIP Kevin Cook. I'm going to play that and then we'll get back to the audio. Yeah. This song is dedicated to Kevin Cook, R.I.P. May you never be forgotten. Never. Rest in peace. Hashtag that.
Although you gone, you will be missed. Bodies in the ground, soul in the air, just like a mist. Rest in peace, Kevin Cook. Your life is like a book, read every chapter. Now it's so hard to look. R.I.P. R.I.P. To my lost homie, Kevin Cook, never be forgotten. And as we see, they took a life, they took a long breeze. Inside me, I'm bleeding. Never forget your name or your toes while you were screaming. R.I.P. To my lost homie, Kevin Cook, never be forgotten. And as we see, they took a life, they took a long breeze. Inside me, I'm bleeding. Never forget your name or your toes. How you scream.
Rest in peace. Hashtag that. Damn.
Finna go follow the Black Panthers. Live out here. That's green live tripping. Shit, we gonna go. Trying to see where he went. I don't know if they're leaving or they just walking around. What you want to do? You want to go downtown? Maybe hit downtown. Hey, y'all, we about to go hit downtown. They got something going downtown. You know what I'm saying? We're probably going to swim back here a little later. Yeah, we going live in Baton Rouge. You got protests going on all over the city, not just one spot, everywhere. We cutting up everywhere. Man, we about to shut the city down, bro. Stay live. Come back to me, man. We coming back. I'm gonna hit y'all back when we get downtown. We're really gonna cut up.
Morning, man. How y'all feel about that shit? Come on, man. Gotta stop that shit. 10 shots, 3 to the head, man. Come on, man.
That helicopter get low and low.
Fuck 'em, man. They ain't trying to fuck with us because they scared. All they gonna do is try to kill one of us. We've been out here all day. Straight up, we've been out here all day. Man, shut up, you block. Bitch ass nigga. Black Panthers, man, they trying to take them to jail, man. They tripping, man. No, they left. They bust out. Black Panthers bust out. They was here. You hear me? They been calling for backup. The backup here. That's the police station right there. Yeah, we outside that bitch. We outside that bitch. You block, you little racist bitch. Talking about watermelon. Suck a watermelon dick. The purge. You say something else. For real, man, we know we here for, man. We all smoke, I'm telling you, man. This ain't no time for no games, man. We want these niggas, we want them two niggas in jail, man. They done kill my dog, bro. We out here on Goodwood Airline, man, huh? I don't know. Look, racist ass bitches, dog. Fuck you, nigga, all that, man. Come on, man. Block. So stupid ass song. Block. Go make another page and come back so I can block you again, bitch. Y'all tripping. Yo, everyone racist, period. Alright, you block. Get your pussy ass on.
Excuse me. She look like she wants to.
Tell him, man. Y'all chill together, bro. Don't come around this bitch playing no motherfucking Boosie, cause Boosie ain't out here.
I'm telling them, they all come on the police. Fuck the police and do laughing at us.
I already know.
Shit down. If we don't get justice, lives matter. If we pay our tax dollars, our lives matter. Michigan, yeah. Oh, I like you too. Hey girl, hey. some sort of Asian. Exactly. Thank you, Damon. Thank you. Hey, Steven, go do your Googles. Google that shit up. Go educate yourself. I'm Actually, there's a lot of Asians demonstrating. What did you just say? I'm Vietnamese. Oh my God, talking about more statistics. So that creates time in your space? Seriously, if you're gonna throw out numbers, give me a link. I can fact check this shit. Oh, statistics are back. Really? Steven, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Hey, language, young lady. Woo! Dude's being stupid as hell. Man, I am so sick and tired of these.
We are protesting respectfully, and the police do have certain civil authorities, and we are complying with that. So, again, why don't you organize your own fucking protest instead of trolling on mine? Do you think we want to be out here in this fucking classroom protesting? Do you think these cops want to be here trying to use our
Republicans like to be stupid ass bitches. They like to whine. And they like to come on and harass other people.
No, I wore some good shoes today, y'all. I got my tennis shoe game.
Oh my God, I love blacking. It is so liberating. But I swear to God. For every person I black, I feel so much younger. I don't have to eat any more babies, you guys.
They're out here protecting us, which is why we're complying with their request.
No, I didn't get any corn dogs. I'm kind of loose made.
It is popping. It's on and popping. Y'all share the Periscope, because they said this revolution will not be televised. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm not that.
Y'all, it's hot over. Since 1:30, it's hot as fuck out here. Thank you. But I am going to stop talking for a minute so I can catch up with the crowd, alright? Thanks, y'all.
We babies, that's how we keep our youth. Nah, it's actually calling down over here. No, the media is trying to focus on the deaths of those 5 cops. And I feel like, Alton Sterling and Orlando, I need to,
burn the streets down. We don't need permits. Hey, UK, thanks for your prayers. I don't personally believe in God. But if it works, I'll take it. Cops' lives matter more than ours. You're walking. That's cool. Yeah. Turn on my charger. No. I'm just trying to get my charger working. It is a peaceful protest. Okay. All right. Got my charger working. So here we go, y'all.
Thanks for all the hearts. Oh, I love the wind.
Yeah, Periscope does. Oh no, we have lots of fucking potholes.
What? Serious?
Blue lives do matter, but why do they matter more than ours? Say some more stupid shit.
That's sad.
Heaven. That's the one heaven I know exists, because I fucking created it. I don't even know what that means, but I blocked you just because I haven't blocked anybody in a long time. And I was missing that shit. Wanted to cuddle up real nice to it.
Cute.
Bye.
So
Yeah, go
sweet.
charge up. I got my portable charger.
We're gonna try to keep some. We're gonna try to keep some space between the truck and people for safety reasons, and including like watch the sides. Try not to go off the sides of the truck.
He says, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Basically, try to keep not past where Lena is. In the Black Lives Matter future.
All right.
It's been a rough week. It has been rough.
Some helicopters overhead. Looks like news station helicopter swirling above.
Not only have we lost Alan, not only have we seen the Piedmont Park lynching, we lost two small children. Two small children were shot on the north side yesterday. We had another man in Houston killed by the police last night. Those are the people that we can't always see. I know we're tired. And I know we talk a lot, we're all tired from hearing these. Most of us have been talking about two names. But we talking about someone dying every 25 hours. Which means that we're not even hearing the full extent of what's really going on. Every couple of months, we get a name that sticks with everybody. But what about all the people in between those couple months? Sterling Smith, Marcus Golden, Ayanna Jones, Jamar Clark, Terrence Martin, Sandra Brand, Akira Boyd, Tamir Rice. It ain't ended. It ain't ended until we end it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I love y'all, and I love being out here with y'all, but I am tired of marching. I don't want to do this anymore. And I know y'all don't want to do this either. We try to make this as easy and as powerful and as strong as we can every time we come out here, because we pray it's the last time we gotta come out here. We are tired. We are tired of politicians telling us
they gonna pray for change when they're the ones that should be leading the change?
Okay. Press 1 if that identifies as a male, or 2 as a female, or 3 as both. Type them in, folks.
We don't want any more victims blamed for their own demise. We will not sit around and give people a license to kill us. We are meant for more than this. What we got here right now, this isn't it. This isn't the truth. Honestly, y'all, sometimes I'm out here.
I think that thing has confused itself.
I'm at a loss for words.
Is that a dress? A t-shirt? Oh my god.
And it's almost like, how many more times
This is
do we
epic.
gotta say it? How many times do we have to show that our lives matter? That we are human beings? That we deserve respect and equality and opportunity?
Look at those biceps.
When they wrote the Declaration of Independence. But the thing
That
is,
chick can do some curls.
that wasn't written for everybody. It was not written for Native Americans and indigenous people. It was not written for black people. It was not written for queer people. It was not written for trans people. It was not written for non-landowners. So when are we gonna make things right? When are we gonna say what we actually mean and do what we say? I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words right now. I'm about to play us some music. Because I really don't know what else to say. I want to play us some music because I've seen so much black pain in the past couple of days. I want to see some black joy. I want to see y'all happy. I want to see y'all smiling. I want to see y'all dancing because all they want for us is to crumble under this pressure. They want us to fall out and give up. Are we going to give up? No! Are we going to give up? No! Are we going to give up? No! When I say who are we, I need you to say powerful people, all right? Who are we? Powerful people! Who are we? Powerful people! Who are we?
I think I just caught a glimpse of an Adam's apple. It was hard to see, but when it turned to the side, I was like, oh, it's a dude. It looks like a lady.
What's up? Oh yeah, so we're moving down Lexington Parkway, just passing Laurel Avenue. You can see it's been sort of a long PA speech about what's been going on. A lot of people here are very tired. I've heard that a lot. Just like they keep hitting the streets, they keep expecting some sort of justice, and they keep not receiving it, and they have to come out and do it again and again and again. And
Somebody said it's a female Lawrence Fishburne. A female Lawrence. Oh, look at the chick on the bottom right. That hairdo was off the hizzle.
But also, it's bridging out to Alton Sterling, to Jamar Clark, to all the various names of people whose lives have been taken by the police. And yeah, we have people gathered here again. Music starting, being led by some police. Helicopters overhead. Also a beautiful day here in St. Paul, Minnesota, and protests continue into the fourth day.
If we're lucky, on the bottom right, we'll see the chick in the black shirt and pants. She'll start twerking it. She'll start twerking it. Like twerk, twerk. Let it work. Just twerk, twerk.
against the military tonight. Babylon, Babylon. Out my window, all I see is Babylon. On the news, all I see is Babylon. And all niggas do is just Babylon. Money in the hoes, money in the hoes. If I sold dope, I'd have plenty of flows. I spend the projects like K-Rock. I would've more than likely sang rock. On my life, I done been around Crips and Bloods. Crips and Thugs. I do drugs, mama say in my blood, but she don't know what the fuck I've been through. To creep through the back door, the typical black boy in the good old USA. Before I push rides like Wayne, I used to want to play for the NBA. Fuck I'm doing talking about plenty of women. Ancient ways of Sumerian. Ain't nothing wrong with a righteous man. That's why I had to write this, man. For my niggas when I'm pulling, selling water to somebody daughter, refrigerating prices, man. I ain't had no dabble. I ain't trying to fight nobody battle. I just wanna be free. I ain't tryna beat nobody shadow, nobody shadow, nobody shadow, nobody shadow. Wish I could see how it's a maybe my sovereignty is still be mine. If all the gangs in the world unify, we stand a chance against the military tonight. I said we stand a chance against the military tonight. I said we stand a chance against the military tonight. Stay extra pill. Smoking on someone kill. Purple, purple, tragedy. I put that on everything. If we could link up every gang, the niggas is willing to bear the pain. Put the White House lights out today. Okay, we gotta like we the black KKK. Don't forget my AKA, AP on your PhD on your AA. Hey, dear rock. I know you just a public, but I'm you pops. You're lying to the public, like it ain't nothing. And I just love it, I hope it don't stop. I don't give a damn, nigga, bang that block. I don't give a fuck, nigga, bang that Glock. See the image of Hitler in the picture when the Twin Towers drop. Concept, we got progress, we got congress. Protesting, hoping, confess. Just proceed on your conquest.
Alright, everybody.
I ain't got no dabble. I ain't gonna fight no
Yeah, welcome to Unicorn Riot live stream. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm your host, Lorenzo, and we are moving along with this march of 200, led by the sound system truck in here, playing right here. Hopefully not too overwhelming. Helicopter overhead. Everybody's been watching national news all over the country, shutting down social stuff. Very it's hard to really kind of what's going on in the world right now.
Don't try to stop and get in my way. You'll get stuck like a roll. AK melee, make it out, mate, okay?
Sound system has stopped. Alright, what's up? Oh yeah, somebody's marching. I don't know.
Yo,
Sound system just seems like died.
That sounded really sad.
Yeah, so trying to say there's like a lot of people here. Most people speaking have a lot to say. I've heard a lot of emotion, like emotional moments.
I know that we're gonna win. There is no stopping the truth. There is no stopping the light. Take a look around you. The people that are around you right now, they're lit. They're your support.
Just 1 second, we're troubleshooting something real quick. Just working on the audio for you all.
This is your community. And community doesn't have anything to do with geographic location. It has everything to do with your heart and what it compels you to do and what it compels you to be. And your heart compels you to be here right now with us. So make some noise. I don't know where Andrew went, but we need somebody to with the sound system right now. Otherwise, we're going to hop back on that bike, even pushing.
Yeah, so it looks like they're having some technical issues with the music. Everyone's just marching. Really good.
Black lives don't matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
To the old microphone turner.
Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
vehicle up ahead. There's space for the rescues to go into. There's some patrol vehicles along the road up ahead. Different police agencies are congregating up in this intersection up here. Marching down Lexington Parkway, about to get to the intersection of Concordia Boulevard. The intersection of the 94. He's a helicopter overhead. A lot of vehicles, police vehicles are. Some people running up ahead now. Yeah, the police just took off down the interstate ramps really quick. Another one's trying to cut across some traffic on the left. There's a lot of vans along the side. Again, that vehicle looks for multiple arrests. Yeah, the people run ahead to block the road, to marshal for the march. A lot of police vehicles now moving along the other side of the interstate and coming onto the bridge here. So it doesn't look like, yeah, so if people are turning this way, the lights blaring, making it known that they are here. There was no sirens until this moment. State troopers are coming. With two state troopers, vehicles running this area. Vehicles moving fast now.
Run! 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 Now they're evading, and there's a naked chick on the top of the truck. Woohoo!
People are streaming past state troopers now. Concerned, sprinting past. People advise that if they're arrested, not say anything. They say they want to talk to a lawyer. They're moving on to Interstate 94. Traffic has been pushed to a standstill. You can see it's no longer moving. There's a lot of police vehicles on this road already. You see they're blocking traffic along with the people who are moving in on the entrance way to the interstate here. So
Hope we get to see some body slams.
4 days, people are going to march. They rallied and then marched, and now they're heading towards the interstate. You can see the people streaming ahead. We're moving. We're excited together. It is an adventure. You can see, again, this is for Fernando Castel. People cheering from the road. And the interstate is just shut down. There's just hundreds of people streaming onto the interstate. No longer
Looks like a stream of Dindu ants.
They try sweeping around with their vehicles to stop people from coming onto the interstate. People just float around them. We just ignore them. So here you go. People are taking the interstate. People out of their cars in support. People are forming a line on the road now. Just holding it. Traffic's still moving on the other side. So this is 94 East, been shut down. Hundreds of people on the road, still more coming in. If you look back, you can see them still coming in from the intersection, the entranceway into the interstate. Hundreds. Again, the governor's mansion has been occupied for 4 days after Fernando Castel was killed very publicly, live. linked arms. Car alarm going on.
These idiots jumping on people's hoods, they are going to get run the hell over. It's action time.
Looks like they're going to the other side now. My car. I'm going to jump up on here. All right. You can see how many people are now shut down both ways on I-94, east and west. Hundreds of people more coming onto the interstates. Traffic is no longer moving. Protesters here would say they want people to know that this has happened, and this is happening here in Minnesota. This is not just it's a nationwide issue, but it's also a local issue. And
Both links are from the same place. The bottom left is just a chopper view. And they about to get chopped down.
You see the interstates is done. More police vehicles are moving now. Both sides. Pretty wild display. So yeah.
Minnesota people.
Mother and her child here. Child in a stroller. Again, a lot of people I've heard bring question, like bringing young folks to protest. Every young person I talk to at the age of like 15 to 12, they told me that the future is there to inherit, that they need to come out too, because no matter what anyone thinks, this is going to be your life in the future. And this is happening now, it'll be happening then. So there's a lot of pushback from the youth who want things to change. A lot of riders, supporters here, different backgrounds. Again, that brings a whole different amount of people together for the same cause. If you don't know, it's the same thing in Minnesota. I-94 shut down both east and west. More people on the interstate. It's pretty incredible. Hi guys watching, this is UnicornRiot.Ninja. We are live in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Black Lives Matter protests have continued now for, if we start with FTB, it seems like 4 days, but since Lamar Park, there's been constant protests. Just before that, there's been protests. Just the energy has been building. People are upset and tired of this occurring over and over again. And they just want to make it clear that they're going to disrupt business as usual to make sure people understand this is affecting everybody. No matter if you're on the street or not, you need to understand, you want people to understand that this is a real issue.
Hey peeps, thanks for watching. This is Minnesota. Bottom left is a helicopter view of the Dindu ant pile blocking traffic. Top right is Unicorn Riot on scene. It's going to get interesting pretty soon when the riot police show up in force, so enjoy it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I cover for NTA when Kevin's out. And I'm also going to be doing some live news stuff. So, please show some support and subscribe and enjoy the tear gassing, body slamming, running overs, and arrest. Enjoy.
Nationwide, where interstates have been shut down, I think in Oakland and Baton Rouge and other places, and again, this is just one of those, another interstate shutdown. It's just starting, it's a status quo. It's just every day as usual. So let folks know that this is real. It looks like a part of the march is just taken down off the interstate. 1 second. What? All right, what's up, everyone? It's Lorenzo doing both shoulder ring and the mic. We are live from St. Paul, Minnesota. We are a 501c3 educational nonprofit bringing you community events live to the internet. If you appreciate that full support, our all-volunteer crew, like Unicorn Ride That Ninja and Get What You Can. Again, we are on the interstate live. Part of the march is gone west on the east on the west side version of the interstate. You can see it taking off over there. And the other part on eastbound I-94 is sort of rallying in the middle of the road around a sound system truck. And yeah, it's just, there's people watching from above the bridge. I apologize for the weird angles I'm giving you right now. Let's trail us around here real quick. Looks like people are marching on the interstate. They've already started. They're heading down that way. It looks like they're trying to get the truck through the traffic to get going. Again, this is the westbound side of I-94. You see a few hundred people off in the distance. Now they're kind of moving back. Traffic has been stopped. I'm not sure where it's been diverted up ahead, but there's no more traffic on here. When they first moved on, they actually stopped the traffic with their bodies, and everyone was backed out by the state troopers. And now they're holding the space. We'll see for how long.
It's gonna be all fun and games until the riot cops show up with pepper spray and tear gas. Let the fun times begin.
Might not have been hearing my long explanations of what was going on. Wow. Anyway, so we'll see. Here, I was checking the mic really quick. Alright, so yeah, it looks like the march is moving east on the eastbound side now. It's kind of drawing people back to that side as it heads down. I'm not sure how it's going to work out with all the traffic behind. It looks like there has been traffic diverted.
You don't mind me cutting in, man.
Go ahead. What's up? What you got here?
It's not a color thing. I want to make that clear. This is us versus them. Whether it's white, black, Asian, Mexican, we're doing it for the minorities. This is us versus them, man. Shout out to Baton Rouge, Atlanta, and everybody worldwide that's been supporting us. We lost a good man in Minnesota. We lost a good man in Baton Rouge. We lost a good man in Florida. We lost 2 in Florida. Trayvon Martin, Jordan Davis, man. We just want to let y'all know we thank everybody that's supporting us, man, and we're going to keep it going, man. This is for us. This is for us.
Man, this dude's sorry. He didn't even R.I.P. Kevin Cook. Buster.
Alright, it's going to say we're troubleshooting the mic some more. We are lagging behind hundreds of people who are in the interstate. And we are just covering it live. There's people watching from the sides, yelling down support. There are banners. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with all this traffic there, but these folks have taken this interstate and they don't plan on leaving. Oh, here, Johnny. All right, so walk with the crowd for a little bit. Oh, white cops just coming back on the left here. There's 9 of them. Just entered the interstate on the westbound side heading east of I-94. They're kind of biking up to the front of the march. Again, everyone's pretty spread out. Well, no, everyone's kind of back together. For a second, people took off on this side and just kind of went off for a while. But they've come back and all kind of coalesced again and are moving down the interstate. Oh, apologize for that. That was me searching pockets and failing.
Hey, people in YouTube, I'll try to respond as much as I can, but the chat moves so fast I can't read everybody's comments, so I'll do what I can.
Again, we are live from St. Paul, Minnesota, where protesters are taking over I-94 and shut it down both east and westbound, and now just holding the space, celebrating, making sure people know they're here and this is happening. People watching from the bridge. Looks like 50 to 60 people on the bridge watching. Like a few hundred people are on the interstate right now. I'm not sure if police went. Look at it, went really far ahead actually. Road now. Trying to help. Oh, so I mean, what just happened? I don't know. How's it going?
Hey everybody, what's up, what's up? Let's go this way because I want you all to see this. So what happened here, this is I-94, one of the biggest thoroughfares from St. Paul to Minneapolis all the way through the east to the west coast, and right here is blocked off. We saw across the country there's been massive protests, massive shutdowns of freeways. Right here we have our own here in St. Paul. People took the freeway off the entrance of Lexington Parkway, and they came from the governor's mansion. From there, they jumped onto the freeway, went right through the basically barricade that wasn't really a barricade. There was a few state troopers that were up there, and I'm sure you all might have saw it and saw what happened and got those synapses already. But so right now we have the truck that led the people through actually with music. The people are celebrating on the freeway, also mourning, talking about Philando Castile, talking about what happened, talking about how do we get justice as a community. And so that's exactly pretty much what's happened. There's been no arrests. We did see some bike cops ride their bikes up the freeway, which was very interesting. They look like Minneapolis bike cops based on the color of their uniform. And so I think beyond that, they've shut down all the freeway. The state troopers have, and that's been a common occurrence since some of the other freeways got taken over this last couple of years during Black Lives Matter protests here in the Twin City area. And so they've been ready and on the alert whenever there's a protest near a freeway because I-35, Highway 55, and other highways have been shut down. And so right here, the community has held this area for about 30 to 45 minutes now, maybe. There's a lot of police up the block, and if you could see right up the block, you can see a lot of police. They're en masse. There's still a bunch of cars. What they're doing with the cars is they're having them turn around. So all the cars that were stuck on the freeway have been getting let off by the troopers. And so that's what's happening with that section of the traffic that's still there. They're all having to get the chance to turn around. It seemed like right when the crowd entered the freeway, a lot of support was met by the people who were actually blocked in the protest. And we saw that today earlier in Minneapolis, where there was a Day of Atonement, and there was a rally and a march, and that ended up going through downtown Minneapolis with a lot of support. A lot of supporters were stuck in traffic, and they were honking their horns. They were getting out. They were giving peace signs. And so that was the community is in full support of what's happening, it seems. And right now, we're marching along. So we see people with signs that say, "We stand together." The shame, as with the Minnesota license plate that says "Shame," justice for Philando. And we have both sides of the freeway are taken up. It's being led by a sign that says "Justice for Philando." I'm sure you all saw that a little bit ago when the march was going on. and we have a lot of jail killer cop signs. If we can pan back this way, I'm sorry, or zoom back this way, boom, 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 boom. We got a bunch of supporters that are in the community that are lined up along the fences. There's a bunch of supporters on the bridges, and so the community, as I said and alluded to, they're in full support of the situation that's happening out here and these protests for justice for Philando. Yeah, it's quite a moment out here. I would say the energy is very, very palpable. You can feel it. In the beginning of the march, you could feel the energy was there. But then once the opportunity came to get the freeway, the people took it. And a lot of people were running. And I'm sure you all were running too, because I saw you all run by me. And so when you all were witnessing that at home or on your phone, that was a real life thing where the troopers had stopped everybody. They said, no, you cannot go through, and the people just went right through. There's hundreds, if not 1,000 or so, maybe 2,000 people out here, and that just shows that if the people were determined to do something, that they could do it. There was no violence during that process. The most that I saw was a car that was pretty mad that they were getting stuck, and they tried to keep going. But there was no violence from any of the other aspect. But what it is a shutdown, and that's what this specific tactic is shutting down and disrupting what's happening in the city. Also affecting the money. We're talking about that as organizers, where they were looking to get a boycott going on a variety of levels. And right now, if you combine the action that was in Minneapolis today, it was aimed at the Basilica Block Party, which is as one of the organizers stated, a very white space, a sacred white space. You see supporters up here on the bridge. Looks like a lot of community members. This is Victoria Street. We're coming close to the sort of like the east side a little bit soon. We're leaving Midway. Dale Street's the next exit. I see a sign that says, "I'm sure Yanez thought he was a good cop too. Don't hide behind your badge." And I wasn't able to read the rest because she wrapped it up. Oh, we have a dismissal order.
Doing an unlawful assembly, you need to exit the freeway at Dale Street and southbound on Dale.
So the announcement was this is an unlawful assembly. You need to get off on Dale Street and proceed south on Dale.
Commander Zaka from the St. Paul Police Department.
That's a different commander out there than I've ever seen.
Violation of an unlawful assembly. You need to exit the freeway at Dale Street and proceed southbound. You will be arrested. This is the second warning.
So they just gave 2 quick warnings. You need to exit off of Dale Street. Here goes another warning. This is the 3rd warning. He did say you will be arrested.
Violation of an unlawful assembly. You need to exit the freeway at Dale Street.
So the people are not moving off of this side. A lot more people are actually coming on this side now. And people immediately responded with, they think it's a game, they think it's a joke, when the announcement was made to get off of the street.
This dude standing in front of the police car, he's going to get wrecked.
You're in violation of an unlawful assembly.
So we see police massing themselves on the freeway up on the top, and those are probably the bike cops as well as some other ones maybe. They say you will be arrested. He said this is your 4th warning. You hear the crowd, Black Lives Matter. The community does not care. They do not care if there's a dismissal order going. They are here. They're saying Black Lives Matter. They do not care. They're staying in their stands. There's thousands.
Watch them stop the chanting when the pepper spray starts deploying.
500 to 1,500. 500 to 15. So anyways, why I'm saying that is because that's a lot of arrests. If they were to make arrests, that is a lot of arrests. We see a lot of people saying, let's go, let's continue to go. I haven't seen anybody get off of the freeway. We see some people coming on the freeway actually from Dale Street, it looks like. And so maybe one person is riding his bike off and 4 people are walking on. So we have, again, another dispersal order.
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives!
So you hear the crowd again chanting at what's happening. We have, it looks like maybe a marshal, some marshals that are faced inward, and they are telling people to stop. I'm not really sure what's happening right up there. So they're saying, if you look at some of the organizers, it looks like they're trying to make decisions. Okay, so what was just said? What was just said was that we need to get closer to the exit because they don't want to be kettled and arrested. And so if they want to hold the space, but yet they want to have a way out. And so they want to get to the other side where they're not going to be kettled and arrested, is what they said. And so we still have back here, there's a massive amount of people still. The truck has not continued. And so the disposal orders have stopped. He's stopped at maybe about 6 or 7. We have more people coming on the freeway, as I said. There's more people that are...
They don't want to be kettled.
Now people are jumping from the west-going lane on I-94 West, and they're going on to this other side of I-94 East.
We only get 3 warnings. Not enough. 3 warnings right now. Everybody needs to be by the truck right now.
So people are getting told they need to be by the truck right now. And we have still people that are holding. People are literally like they formed a line to stop people from going any further. So anybody that was out here sort of with the intention to keep on going, it's sort of been quelled. But yet we see some people leaving. They're walking off, and you know everybody's got. Okay. So we're gonna follow some of the people, and you see, I sort of gave a synopsis of what we're seeing right now. Is people are sort of being told that they have to come back to this direction, and then get closer to the freeway exit, where they were ordered to by the police. And so again, I would say 500 to 1,500 people. We have what's that nifty union.